Hi, and welcome back to the NightChild Reviews Prince, and today we're going to be looking at a Prince associated artist. Her name is ALLO. Now we're going to look at her two albums. She has done 3 albums, first album called Unfresh, but I'm going to specifically look at the work she did with Prince, which is the SuperConductor album, and also her new EP, which is just 5 songs called Hello. So I'm going to specifically look at those. But I have to say before I start that for me, ALLO is the epitome of how an independent musical artist should operate. She has these kind of modern, fresh, creative ways to kind of get people to listen to her music. She really works in an innovative business sense. It seems a strange thing to say, the music is fantastic, but as an artist, ALLO fascinates me, the way she operates, in the kind of creative way she does business. Obviously at the time she was working with Prince, I'm sure they had discussions about the music industry and how to best operate, how to be an independent artist, how to kind of take control and to kind of get your music out there, and I'm sure that had an influence on her. But a lot of ALLO's unique kind of appeal to me is the way she operates and the way she does business. Really fascinating subject. Now I first came to know ALLO when I heard a song she did called We Can Love, and it's the French We Can Love. It's basically a remake of Prince's We Can Funk. Prince was on guitar, just acoustic guitar, and ALLO was singing, and it was just incredibly beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful song. I also heard a cover of Cat Stevens, Yusuf Islam's song called Wild World, and it was awesome. I mean, it's a beautiful song, but she sung it so beautifully. I really want to know more about this artist. And then I got to know the way she operates, and it's really, really interesting. She has her new EP, for example. It was funded on pledge.com. Basically, people gave money to get the EP made in the first place, and they got lots of deals. They got kind of, you know, products they could buy cheaper, tickets. They kind of got, you know, T-shirts. They could have signed lyric sheets, mugs, you know, voicemail messages, whatever, you name it. She was kind of working in this really innovative way. She has also done convenience store gigs where she'll just pop up in a convenience store. You'll just walk into a store and there'll be ALLO and her band playing a set, and you'll just see it, and it'll just be fantastic. She's also done living room concerts where she's in her living room and she'll put it on a website, and basically people can sit in their living room and they can chip in whatever they feel, you know, whatever they've got, $5, $10, £10, whatever they've got, just to see the concert. And you know, it's just a really interesting way of doing business, a kind of direct connection to her fans. She's very active on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. You know, she really has taken a very innovative approach to her music. But anyway, the music. Wow, ALLO has a great mix of styles. She embraces a bit of funk, there's a lot of horns, there's sort of beautiful ballads, there's kind of moving songs. But it's really interesting because I think it takes a little while to get used to. She has a very idiosyncratic voice. It reminds me a bit of Björk, not in the sense of it sounds like Björk in any way, but in the sense that Björk has a very unique voice. ALLO to me doesn't sound really like anyone else. She has a very kind of beautiful, melodic, but unusual voice, and it's really just pretty enchanting, I've got to say. I have to say also that, you know, the album SuperConductor is a great mix of songs. You've got the funk songs, you've got ballads, but it's really carefully put together. So you've got kind of, you know, fast numbers, slow numbers, beautiful ballads. It moves on this journey, so it's a really fascinating thing. And the SuperConductor album, look who's on it. I mean, it's crazy. You've got ALLO, you've got Prince, you know, in the guise of the MPG Productions producing the album, and Prince, you never know quite what he's involved in. Some songs he's written, some songs he's played on. It's never quite clear what Prince has done, but Prince is heavily there. You've got John Blackwell, drums. You've got Ida Nelson for Third Eye Girl, bass. You've got Morris Hayes. You've got Shelby J. You've got Liv Warfield. You've got Maceo Parker. You've got Trombone Shorty. You've got Michael B. Nelson. You've got Kathy Jensen. You've got the NPG, the Hornheads. The Hornheads. I mean, what more could you want from an album? It really is just, it's got everything on it. It's a fantastic album. So I'm going to start reviewing that. I'm going to review the SuperConductor album track by track, and then we'll move briefly on to the new EP, Hello, because I think it's kind of interesting to see where ALLO went just directly after Prince and the kind of direction she took. The last thing I'll leave you with is ALLO calls her followers Fronatics. And she said this isn't about being a fanatic. She said she defines it as someone who is excited about being themselves, someone who sort of lets their natural self shine, and I think that's quite a nice thought. I'm really intrigued by this, by these two albums, and I think it's going to be a fascinating journey just to look at these tracks on SuperConductor, look at some of the funk, look at some of the beautiful ballads, and also then to look at you know, some of the tracks on the new EP. And ALLO is touring now. She's going across Europe. I think she's in America. She's certainly coming to the UK, which is fantastic. I have my tickets, so I'm all set. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her, you know, perform live. A really interesting artist. And we're going to begin tomorrow with the first track from SuperConductor, which is called SuperConductor. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.